Hello, friends. It is Mrs. P. I am here to do the third, no, is it the third? I keep messing this part up. I should probably figure that out. This should be the fourth week of April's budget. Goodness gracious. Yeah, so I meant to, in my last video, this is my third video that I've done since I got back from the cruise, and I completely forgot to talk to you guys about the cruise. I've had a lot of people asking me questions to tell about the trip, and so I'm going to just spend a few minutes just kind of touching on some of the things that we saw. We went on a cruise. It sailed out of Miami. It was with Carnival. We've used other cruise lines, and we keep coming back to Carnival because we have a 13-year-old, and Carnival just seems to be more geared to kids, and they have a lot more activities and things like that, a lot more kids on the ship. So if you don't want to be with a bunch of kids, that's probably not the cruise line you want to go with, but it is affordable, and we've not had any issues with Carnival. So anyway, it sailed out. It was an 8-day cruise. This was the first time we've been on an 8-day cruise. I think we went on an Alaskan cruise last year, and it was 7 days. It didn't feel like 7 days. I don't know why. It just felt, I don't know, it just went by really fast. And it was in the summer where I didn't have to come back and go to work, so that made a big difference. But the 8-day cruise was kind of long. We were ready to get off the ship when the 8th day came, but we thoroughly enjoyed every moment of it. This one went, this ports that we stopped at was Aruba, Curacao. I'm not even sure if I'm saying that right. I found out that I had said it wrong like for months. Curacao, I think, is the name of it. Amber Cove and La Romana, and those ports were just absolutely beautiful. My husband was a little apprehensive about going to the Dominican Republic just because of some things, I guess, that are going on in their country. I do not watch the news, so I have no idea, but everything was fine. There was no issues whatsoever. We did a couple excursions. We had not booked anything prior to going on the cruise, but I ended up winning some money. I am not a gambler. We do not play in the casinos, and I'm not against it. I'm just not good at it, and so that's not something we do. But I do like to play games, and so we had played the game Deal or No Deal, and you do have to pay for it. I think it was $25 or something like that, and my card won a free bingo game. So I was like, why not? So I cashed that in, got the bingo card, and I ended up winning $1,000 playing bingo. I've never won anything like that. It blew my mind. I play bingo all the time. We play that at home. And in the classroom, the kids like to play bingo. But it was very exciting. My daughter was the only witness I had. Nobody believed me until the money actually went into my sign and sell card account. And so we decided that because that was unexpected money, that we would use it to fund some excursions. We also upgraded some meals and did some, like, not fine dining, but nicer dining on the ship. We kind of let my daughter spend a little extra in the candy shop and like souvenirs and things like that. I ended up coming off the ship with just under $400 left out of that $1,000, and I still have it. I'm debating on if I want to save it for maybe another trip. Maybe that could be like the start of another vacation fund, or if I want to put it towards debt, or I'm not real sure. It's in the safe right now, but that was real exciting. But other than that, we met some really great people. The island, I love my favorite thing about traveling on cruises, and I hope you guys are, if you are, just fast forward through this part. But my favorite part about cruising is that you do get to visit multiple places, and it's just kind of like an easy way to travel because you're not driving, you're not having to book flights and do all the planning and stuff. You just get on the boat and go, and we get to learn so much about other cultures. And so what we usually do is, you know, try to do some type of excursion where we get to find out some history of the island. And so we came back with so much. Some of our tour guides, they just are so generous, and they give you, you know, we've got coins and things from other countries. I think, was it Aruba, that it has square coins, and I think the guy said that they're the country is the only one with square coins. If I can remember when I'm doing my cash stuffing, I will get the coin out so I can show you. It's really cute. And we came home with like cashew seeds and things like that. They give you just such a neat place. And I was really glad that I saved up all those dollars for tipping because they came in handy. So anyway, all right, I'll get started on my budget. But we love the cruise, and I hope that if you ever get the opportunity to go on a cruise, you do that, because I think they're just really fun. All right, so I'm going to zoom you in. All right, so this budget is going to be for the 4th week of April. So it's going to be the dates April 18th through the 24th. Okay, so rollover, which I've already done my check-in, so I already know what my rollover is. It is going to be 1,000. I'm going to just round this, $1,594. I'm looking at my cheat sheet. I actually just put $1,575 on my draft. Here's my draft. This is what I look at when I'm doing my budget. I rounded down to $1,575, and now it's going to throw all of my numbers off, but that's okay. Mr. P, I'm going to put 1,000, but I could almost bet this is going to be way under 1,000 because this check will be the one that he used like vacation time. So there will not be any extra like overtime or anything. I'm just going to leave it as is. And then other, I expect $100. Part of this is going to be the money from my father-in-law, but it seems like he's paying it at the end of the month now instead of the middle of the month. So that probably won't all come in this check, but we'll see. All right, so this, I'm going to go ahead and add this up. Well, actually, I can do that this way. So it's $2,694. Okay, then I'm going to go down to this. This is our bills. This is probably the most bills that come out in any given week. We've got Geico, which will be around $27. Apple Music will be around $12. Netflix, $17. Power and internet. And funny thing is that our power and internet went up this month compared to last month when it was colder. I don't know, maybe I'm using the air more. Spotify, it's $13. Hulu, it's $5. Peacock is $3. And Verizon is going to be $372. And this section adds up to be $722. And I'm going to have to do the math here because I did change my numbers. So $26.94 minus $722, $19.72. All right, so now I'm going to go into my savings, sinking funds area. We've got the month ahead, which will be $150. Let me go ahead and move that $19.72 down. Okay, then I've got sinking funds. I did make a few adjustments to sinking funds just because of the way things have been coming, and you know, like expenses and stuff. So I did, that is a little bit higher than what I had budgeted at the beginning of the month. Savings challenges. And I've been doing $40 each week, but they YouTube Hop, I don't know if you guys are familiar with that it's like another savings challenge that Donna, Powered by Creativity, she has kind of created, And I've been doing that. It's $18 a week. You do $6 3 times a week. And so far I've just been using like my blow money and things like that. But I thought, you know what? That's saving for like holidays and debt and things like that. So I'm going to actually budget for it. So this will be, instead of 40, it's going to be 58. Going forward, that should be what we do each week. And then savings, got to pay ourselves back for the taxes. So I'm going to put $50 into savings. All right, so this section is $463. And if I take that from the 1972, I always try to let y'all see, I don't even know if you can. 463, that leaves us 1509. Okay, so now to this section with our cash envelopes. I'm gonna move this 1509 up here. And we've got groceries. I'm gonna just go ahead and write everything first. Groceries, pet supplies, household. Getting lazy, can you tell? I'm kind of cutting these words off. Mr. P, Mrs. P, and Miss P. And then we've got sports, sporting events. I'm just going to put sports, eating out, gas, and unbudgeted. Okay, so groceries, I'm going to put 150. Pets 20, household 20. Mr. P gets 45 this week. Miss P 75, and Mrs. P 75, Miss P 20, sports 20, nothing for eating out, 60 for gas, and nothing for unbudgeted. And that will be 410. I'm going to subtract it from this, and we get 1,099. Move that down here. Can you hear my dogs? They're outside. They're barking, letting me know it's time to come in. 157 for Uplift. That is the loan that I got to pay for the cruise. It is 0% interest. And going forward, like if I know we are going to want to go on a cruise again. My daughter says 1 cruise a year is not enough, but I will have to start saving money up for our next cruise. So I don't know. I'm not going to save right now because we literally just got back. But eventually I know like what ballpark number I'll need to save. So that's what I'll do. And then Snowball, I am not planning on putting anything towards Snowball. All right, so this is 157. And if I subtract it from the 1097, we get 942. And that, my friends, is what we plan to have going into the last week of April. And hopefully more comes in. I do not know where it will come from if it does, because there's not going to be overtime this week. Maybe a side job for my husband or something will come in. But right now, this is it, which is a little bit sad because I know that this number, if this is where we're at the end of the week, the money going towards debt is not going to be as much as what I was hoping for. So anyway, that is that. I'm going to go ahead, and this is the plan for the week. And I will go ahead and sign off. I'm sorry I spent so much time talking about our vacation, but I enjoy listening to people tell about their trips and things, because it kind of gives you an idea of maybe something you want to do. I know that we love cruising, but I also would love to take my husband and my daughter to Yellowstone. My son and I had to ride with him or drive with him to Washington State last summer. And so on our way, we decided to kind of hit some landmarks along the way, and Yellowstone was one of them. We spent literally like a half a day there, which is nowhere near enough time. But we were able to see some amazing things just in that little bit of time. And I was like, I cannot wait to get back there, spend more time there, and take my daughter and my husband there. So that is also on my bucket list. So anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. We will blow out Nick. I did try to clean up some of the black stuff in there. It just, I don't know, it bothers me. Anyway, I'm going to say goodbye. And I'll see you next time, friends. Bye.